Good afternoon, teachers. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood in front of your class feeling like you had to perform just to keep their attention? You planned the slides, you found the video, you even printed out the cutest worksheet, and still you got blank stares, restless feet, someone in the back whispering about lunch, and that tiny voice in your head starts creeping. Maybe I'm just not interesting enough. Let me stop you right here. This episode is for the tired teacher, the overplanner, the one who's constantly wondering, what else can I do to make this lesson stick? Because today, I want to flip the script. You don't need to entertain. You don't need to compete with TikTok. You just need to connect. Let me show you how. Part 1, the myth of entertainment. Somewhere along the way, we were taught that engaging means entertaining. We started thinking about that our value as teachers depends on how fun our lessons are. So we started adding bells and whistles, Bitmoji classrooms, escapes room, digital scavenger hunt. And while some of these can be great, let me tell you something. I wish someone had told me early on, your presence matters more than your PowerPoint. What students crave isn't flashy, it's clarity. It's the feeling of, oh, I get this now. That moment when the fog lifts and something finally clicks. They don't need fireworks, they need understanding. I'll never forget this moment. I was 9 years old sitting on a makeshift classroom in Haiti. No air conditioning, no projector, no smartboard, just a chalkboard, some dusty notebooks, and a teacher who believed in what she was teaching. She told us the story of Toussaint Louverture, the leader of the Haitian Revolution, and she told it like it was alive. She didn't need a slide deck. Her eyes sparkled. Her voice rose and fell with emotion. She paused when it mattered. She asked questions. She looked at me, and I was hooked. I wasn't being entertained. I was being taught with heart, with passion, with purpose. Here's another myth that effective lessons take hours to plan. Let me be real. I have fallen into that trap. There were nights I stayed up till midnight making up activity look Pinterest perfect. But here's what I've learned. A lesson doesn't need to be complex to be compelling. What it needs is one clear objective, a relatable connection, time to practice, explore, and reflect. That's it. Simplicity doesn't mean laziness, it means focus. Your best lessons won't always be the flashiest ones. Sometimes they're the quiet ones, the ones where students say, wait, can we do that again? Here's the third trap, believing that we need to compete with screens. But think about this. Why do students come to school? Students come to school not just for knowledge, they can Google that. They come for relationships, for realness. They come because they need someone to say, I see you, you matter, and you can do this. You can't outdance TikTok, but you can out care it. You can out listen it. You can be the voice in their life that says, I believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. And no algorithm in the world can replace that. So, how do you create easy, powerful lessons students love? Here's the shift. Stop aiming for entertainment. Aim for connection. Ask, why does this matter and how can I help them feel it? Don't try to control every second. Know your stuff. When you're rooted in the content, you can be flexible, you can pivot, you can listen more. Give space for discovery. Let the students ask questions. Let them try, stumble, try again. That's where real learning lives. Most of all, be present. You, yes, you are the strategy. I'll end with this. Your students won't remember your bulletin boards. They won't remember your clever acronyms, but they will remember the way your classroom felt. They'll remember the moments they lift up with curiosity. They'll remember how safe they felt trying something new. They'll remember you. So stop chasing perfection, show up with purpose, teach with love, and trust that simple, clear, honest teaching from the heart is enough, because it is, and so are you. If this episode spoke to you, share it with a fellow teacher who needs a reminder. You don't have to be entertaining, you just have to be real. Remember also to please take great care of yourself and continue to be the amazing educator that